It was the subject of a lawsuit. There's a sad story behind that. Then I look at Isabel, I was like, are they for real? Like, if I get too rude, right, change it to members only. Yeah.
Okay.
Yo. Welcome to another episode of
Get It!
Okay, what are we doing today?
Today we're gonna have a Q&A.
Q&A.
Also not get it lah. Q&A get
Yes,
it.
you get it?
Okay. So we have Jean. Jean is the producer for Get It. She also produces other streams of ours like Get Busy and sometimes Get Lost. This is Nigel. Nigel is very involved in most of the house tour.
Yeah. Actually, the main people, which is Avery and Titus, they tasked me to be in front of camera. So the whole weight of crew is upon my shoulders today on what I'm going to say about the crew.
Okay, so you represent the crew.
Yeah,
you represent
a
the
lot of
producer.
responsibility on my shoulders now.
Okay.
Can anyone else say?
So I guess we have some questions from our audience.
Okay, how about we begin by asking Ryan.
Yeah.
So last time actually Get ID haven't started yet. It's called Reno King, is it?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, I remember. Very long ago.
Yeah. So until now, some people call me Venom King.
Yeah.
We had a couple of videos there. I'm not sure how many, but basically,
Got like 9 videos.
Oh, there's 9 videos there.
Actually, it's still there, you know, the channel.
Yeah, I know it's still there. We also still can log in.
Oh.
We just stopped uploading there because it was the subject of a lawsuit back then. So we had to stop our work there. And
didn't know that?
we start with All Over Again and Overkill.
You didn't know that?
Yeah.
Didn't know that
Impossible.
about the
No,
lawsuit.
so
It's like the whole Singapore know one.
No. So what happened is after NOC Tao, right? I started Reno King kena sue. Then I started Overkill. So I actually restart 2 times. Yeah. This is the 3rd time.
When we started Overkill, so we actually did about 25 home tours
Wow.
and 1 room tour. You know who's?
Okay. Room tour, I
Ben's
know.
one, Ben's one.
Wow, I didn't expect there is so many. I just keep doing it until I forget already.
Wait, Overkill has been around for about
2 years.
2 years. 25 is 12 households in 1 year each.
Yeah.
That's a lot eh.
Imagine how many Reno there
Exactly.
is.
This piece of content we cannot do every week one.
Yeah.
Confirm cannot do it. It's a lot of prep work and
It cannot be done in 1 month lah.
And then there's actually about 14 influencers home tours lah. So it's inside the 25.
So actually it's not that bad. A lot of people say all we do is influencer house. Not
Yeah,
true.
almost half eh.
Almost half.
Only half only.
So what's the question?
So no, not the question.
Thanks for the info, but what's the question?
It's just fun facts only. It's just fun facts only. It's just fun facts only.
I just want to recap, you know, because it's a recap video plus Q&A ma. Okay, so maybe Ryan, you can share like how you actually come up with the concept of Get ID.
Okay, because being one of the oldest influencer in Singapore, right? I think my market is more adult orientated. Not porn, but
Okay, wait. Nobody said porn. 没有人讲 porn.
you look at me with a sus look, like more adult orientated content, like maybe they are more interested in houses, maybe cars, travel, things like that.
So
lah.
basically people with money lah.
Yeah. And but personally, I think whatever content we do on Overkill, right, all of it is actually my interest. So I love home renovation, and I think in Singapore is more. We've been to every shopping center we can imagine, every hawker, every restaurant, but the places that we cannot see is people's house. One.
Oh yeah,
So
that's true.
Wherever,
Ideal, eh?
yeah. So when I step into a people's house, it's like a part of Singapore I never seen before. Yeah.
You know what? Actually, just now you introduced the team members. You got introduced the editors.
Okay, this one Nigel might be more familiar because it feels like it go through a lot of hands.
Usually the people who shoot for Get ID, right, are also usually the people that edit the videos.
Because they are more familiar with what they shot,
Yes,
right?
correct. They know what they're gonna put inside, what is needed, especially if they know what the client wants.
Yeah.
So all the shots they choose, right, is all catered to the client's needs as well. Yeah.
I think there's a couple of names that come into mind. Avery, Titus.
Yeah, those are the regulars.
Chin Wai. Actually, Ben also do some.
Yeah, he do
His
some.
one, he do his own one. Yeah, he was very excited about
He
it.
only do his own one.
Purposely,
The rest he never involved. But after he did his one, he got more interested in the whole renovation. Yeah.
And also, Nigel got edit before.
Yeah.
Nigel did.
Chin Wai also.
Chin Wai, yes.
Jia Yi actually edited one also before.
Oh, which one?
Xiao Qian.
Okay.
Okay, so question number 1. Okay, so how do we decide if you want to feature the house?
How do I want to decide?
How do you decide?
The house nice, oh.
The house has to be nice. It really has to be nice. It has to be special. Yeah, so I think in Singapore, most of the houses, typical renovation, they go through modern Lux. They go through Scandinavian.
Oh, yeah, the
To me,
typical.
it's very boring. So if I see the theme is like that, I won't feature it. Another thing is if they use white light, that's it. I'm not even gonna step in on it. Like, don't even bother.
It's like when you say,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Indeed.
actually, right, because I go recce with Ryan, when he saw white light, right, you should see his face.
Yeah.
Just like straight up, he don't even hide it, he just.
I don't even give face to the ID there. I will just.
But what kind of white light is acceptable?
White light is only acceptable in 2 locations.
Oh, okay.
One is the hospital, another is a science lab. Nowhere else can you have white light. Unforgivable.
the Reno King has spoken.
Yeah, I cannot forgive. I really cannot forgive.
Okay, then what about for influencers' home light? How do you decide?
This one actually is one of the more tricky ones.
Yeah, confirm.
Because obviously, right, a lot of influencers will come and talk to me because they want to get like a sponsored house tour.
Oh, right.
Number 1 criteria, we have to be close one.
Correct,
You
true,
know how
true,
much
true.
effort we all have to put in
The-
for your house. Huh?
Nigel got chance.
Basically,
Got chance, got
you must have lobang lah.
Ah.
Must have lobang with him.
Number 2, right, sadly, right, the vendors and the IDs, right, they have to know who are they.
Recognizable
Yeah,
lah.
if they are not recognizable, then cannot already. When they want a sponsor, they want exposure in return, ma.
True.
Yeah.
So it's like a butter trade like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
lah.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
How long does it take for us to film a home tour?
Wow. Usually on good days, it will take about 2 days. The first day will be for the A row, the hosting and all that. The second day will be for the B rows, where we showcase the products, we showcase the space, we showcase the wall or whatever lah. Yeah.
So actually, like B-rolls, what Nigel say, right, is basically whatever the host actually mentioned in the video. Even if Ryan say like, oh, the curve of the ceiling, you know.
Then they will cut to the curve to the ceiling.
Yeah.
But the producer also got a lot of work to do. They have to prepare every of the talking point because we have no script.
Correct.
We have a piece of paper that tell us what to take note.
That's a script.
Yeah, but no.
Okay, not really a
No,
script.
script is tell you what to say.
Oh,
But
okay,
this one
okay.
is just the
The
pointers.
pointers.
Yeah, then we have to say, and it's a lot of preparation for them and maybe clients, sponsors.
A lot of
and everything.
coordination
Yeah,
lah
a
going
lot
on.
of coordination. Yeah.
But it's always good that, you know, your host knows how to come up with his own pointers. That's even better than some of the pointers that I write inside. So it's better. What will be your favorite and most memorable home tour and why?
Definitely my own house lah, siao.
Okay. Can we do like non-influencers first? Like the non-influencers.
Okay. Non-influencer, there's this shop house we did at Geylang. The one super beautiful.
I'm not there yet.
That particular episode is one of our worst performing video, but that's the nicest house I did.
I think for me, the one that I remember the most was the Gimor one, the one where the fire.
Oh, the fire!
Yeah.
Okay, I won't say that's beautiful.
Not beautiful,
But
but,
it's
very
memorable.
meaningful. It was very meaningful.
There's a sad story behind that
yeah,
after the show, but I don't want to talk about it.
You know what?
Over already.
Yeah, over already.
Okay, can.
Yeah.
But let's talk about it for members.
Members ah.
members
Okay,
ah.
only for members ah.
Only for members
You all
ah.
don't suffer me ah.
Hearing it.
Okay, so my crew all go there. It's damn hot. Then they just say. Then I look at Isabel. I was like, are they for real? Like, okay, so if you guys want to know what I actually say this part, can join our members and see what was the truth behind that house. Okay,
So for influencers' house, like, which one is your most favorite?
if you say design wise, right, I actually like Bert and Lulu.
Wow.
But if you say memorable, I will say Isabel. Isabel and Zizie lah.
Today's video is the one of our highest viewed video.
It is
actually.
our highest
Yeah,
viewed video
it is up to today.
Because Zizie is a very, very appreciative person. During the times he is in NOC, he have never asked for anything. I remember one time I said I want to go to, I dropped him home. Then I said, can I borrow your toilet? He was so embarrassed. He said, actually there's a shopping center nearby. He don't want me to go
Aiyo.
I never understood why, but I respect it. Then one day he tell me why. He say his house 不可以见人. I felt so bad. So when I finally got the whole traction of this whole renovation,
Right.
how it's done right, the first one I wanted to do is for him.
Right. Okay.
So that's how
it was worth it.
went.
It was definitely worth
Yeah,
it.
so it was very meaningful to me. I mean, the shooting was made very easy and fun with him because I'm quite close with him.
Right.
It's just that I feel very appreciated by him. Then for Isabel house, the worker that did the tiles and the worker that did the window, they got into a fight.
Ah.
Oh,
then
that
call,
memorable.
Then call police and all that. Then it's like, what the hell?
Nothing to do with reno.
Yeah, nothing to do with it. It was just like very
People fighting
because of like noise and all that.
I thought we'll have one letter one.
Yeah, they will complain and they just keep making things very difficult.
So why you like Bert and Lulu's house?
Because I think it really fits their character.
I
It's like that.
completely agree.
I look at them, it's like, this is how your house is going to look like. Yeah.
Okay.
And he also damn appreciative. They bao ang bao for me after the day. Yeah, only bought them.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah, yeah.
Honestly, he came to our office and gave us ang pao.
Yeah. How can you
Yeah.
forget? Even those people not involved, I think also receives. Yeah.
Yeah.
He give everybody. ang bao.
Everybody.
Yeah, it's so nice, so nice.
Yeah.
Oh, but I also want to give a special shout out Hazel. Hazel was treated us so nice. Buy lunch, buy breakfast, make sure all the crew is fed,
Buy coffee
drinks. Then even the next day, B-roll, she also prepared like breakfast for you all.
She wasn't even in the house.
She wasn't in the house and she prepared breakfast for you all.
She just texted us say like there's a bag on the table.
Yeah.
Inside is bread. Help yourself.
Yeah, very nice of her. Yeah.
For me, the influencer one I really like is Sneaky Sushi's one. The one where he did the house for his parents.
Not even my house.
No, I like the.
Okay, exclude my house. Exclude.
Escrow,
I kidding.
I really like the brothers' room. I love the vibes of the brothers' room.
Is it the
You like
one
the
with
bundle lah?
Yeah, the bundle. Then when we were there shooting, right, the brother played like very nice music. Wow, then it all gelled very well.
I also
together.
play very nice music for you all.
No, different. Like the room and the music together, right? Then wow, I don't know why the vibes there is just very good.
So your non-influencer house?
So for non-influencer, right, there's this guy. He's Ryan's very good friend.
Secondary school friend.
Secondary school friend. Yeah, I don't think his video is out yet, but his house. Oh my god.
Oh my
It's
god.
like I want to do my house really exactly like
To
his.
be fair, right, if we were to include his house because it's not released yet, right, his house is also my favorite.
Yeah,
Because-
very nice.
Because as a matter of fact, right, his house ID and my house ID is the same. And a lot of the things that were done at his house, right, I copy to put it at the
No,
house.
Get
correct.
inspired. Then
Yeah.
But the idea is so good
Yeah.
Like you say it's the same, right? But the design, you can tell that this design is for Ryan. Then that design is for
Correct.
him.
But you all must look forward to that house. As far as HDB renovation go
Oh yeah, it's somehow in
It's a HDB. You go in, you forget that you're
forget I
HDB.
HDB.
Yeah, it's so
crazy, it's so
gorgeous.
nice.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
very,
yeah.
very nice.
Yeah, it's just that the location a bit far
A
lah.
bit
A bit lah.
Must bring passport lah.
Yeah, must be passport lah. Must be
Okay,
passport.
I just checked when it will be released.
Ah.
Okay, but we don't know when confirm lah. Okay, but we're aiming towards it. Okay, 25 January.
Okay. That's all right.
Please watch it. It's
Wow.
really too nice.
Those
really.
people
Too
that is
gorgeous.
going to start renovation after Chinese New Year, after you watch, right, I guarantee you will change. How about you, Jin? Your non-influencer house?
Non-influencer, I think the sea view one I like.
Oh, CBU, the
Oh,
one at
Punggol.
Yeah, Punggol.
I think not just because it's a sea view. It's more of like I think the ID really took into consideration.
of how the lifestyle, hobbies, and
like the
everything.
bicycle and everything.
Yeah, yeah,
And when Ryan and John hosted it, right, they emphasized a lot on the functionality that the storage they can hide everything, and then like they hide it. They also like show that it's turnable, like you know the inside.
Yeah, you can spin lah, spin
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Influencer one, I will choose. I still you okay. Bert and Lulu and Hazel one.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
What I like about Bert and Lulu home tour is not just because of Bert and Lulu being so kind to us.
The music,
but
the music part, the montage at the
the
end.
end montage.
The
Oh
end
my
montage really,
god.
the trail will come out like
I love it.
yeah.
And Titus just came over to me one day. He was like, Jean, can ask Bert and Lulu for their music or not? And stuff. Of course, we were worried about like copywriting or what,
Yeah.
but we checked with them, then we got it. We finally can upload it with the end montage, with using their own music. You know? That's so cool.
That one
to me.
quite meaningful,
Yeah, then Hazel one is cause Hazel.
Yeah.
She's so nice. She even buy like breakfast for everyone, right? Then I can tell Avery also very 感动. Cause like Avery posted IG story and stuff.
But I also always buy food for every. He also never 感动. Okay, yeah, fair. Yeah, quite consistent to our answers.
Actually, so far all the IDs you engaged to design the influencer's house, all very good.
They have to
I mean like
If
yeah
not-
lah, but
If I see they cha-cha, you think I dare to
no,
feature?
they're
right?
not only good, they always go above and beyond.
Yeah, they have to.
Always.
I always tell them, you better under promise, over deliver. Yeah, they a lot of stress on me. Yeah.
So who is the best influencer to work with for their house tour in general? Okay, I list some names.
Like easy to work with.
Okay, just now you got say Zijie, you got say who else? Bert and Lulu. You say
Hazel.
Hazel.
Cici.
There's also John's office, John and Patrina.
Yeah.
and Xiao Qian, there's Li Ting,
Yeah.
there's Ben.
Oh, hosting lah.
Oh yes, hosting. Okay, sorry.
I thought their house. I thought their house.
Hosting ah.
Say the question again. Who's your favorite host to host, guys?
Walao, definitely 100% John. I barely did anything for the video, bro. I think I said less than 5 lines, yeah.
John, you heard that?
I don't need to do anything. He's so passionate about his whole renovation.
Look at his face.
I don't even need any script.
I think okay only.
You really a John hater for
I'm
some
not a
reason.
hater. He hates me
They
for.
always
I don't know.
Yeah, they
Very
always
words,
betray.
It's just normal only. Just say the wall, what color.
No.
What is it? What?
Oh, you say you do?
But
Yeah,
it's the way he did it. He's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
passionate. Yeah, and I barely need to do anything. Yeah. That and actually Justin also.
Oh, Justin.
yeah,
I know.
yeah.
He can hold his own ground.
Yes.
But actually, you know,
Yeah.
Justin, I feel like he was very nervous at the start.
Yeah.
I think like everyone's gonna be nervous.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
he did an amazing
Yeah.
job.
The most nervous person I ever did this house tour with, right, is actually Sherilyn. Sherilyn started to rehearse for it every day, right? At night, right, after work, right, she would just rehearse, walk around with the whole script just to remember everything.
Wow, hardworking.
I can understand lah. I can understand.
She damn kanchong, she damn nervous, she's scared to let everybody down, don't want to waste everybody's time. So
Yeah, but she did great. She even she said, if I can do better, can let me know.
Ah,
Then she will
yeah,
do
yeah.
again, another take.
yeah,
And then we were all like, oh, you did great, that kind
yeah.
of thing.
No, I think generally everybody will be very nervous to intro their house lah,
Of
because
course.
like they scared like the influencers may like it, but what if other people don't like?
Yeah.
Wow, then very stressful one this kind of thing.
But you see, to that question, right, I always say, I always hate it, right? When I do the video, I release the video, right? Then people go comment and criticize. Lucky you don't need to stay there. You don't need to worry so much. They like it, can already.
Yeah.
I think houses is a very personal taste. As much as I say I don't like modern lux, I don't like Scandinavian, if your house is like that and you're happy, good for you. Whatever you like or don't like, right? I think you should feel happy for a person that he finally got their house, it's all nicely done. For them, then you say something like that. What you don't like, you just don't put it in your house. You don't have to go say it.
Yes, yeah.
I never got it.
Talking about that, right? I can just bring up some comments that I see lah.
Yeah, okay,
Because
please.
we
Please
do
do.
upload and stuff, then we see my
Please
everything.
do. If I get too rude, right, change it to members only. Yeah.
Okay, if you want to know what he's talking about,
Yeah.
click on join and
Yeah.
then join our members
Okay.
for the exclusive
To be
videos.
very honest, right, for members video, right, we are more unfiltered.
right.
Super unfiltered. So
And honestly, you get more tea lah. Okay lah, some of them right say, heated seat in Singapore, really?
yo, because honestly, why not? It's a little bit more expensive. You can afford it, go for it. It's a comfortable thing. For me lah, and the influencers I know, right, we sleep in aircon, and the aircon we make like bloody igloo one. So the next day you're very cold, you go to the toilet, the toilet is warm. It's nice experience, what?
Actually, I'm guilty of this.
Yeah.
When I first saw it, I was like, in Singapore, so hot already. But then
Oh,
that
you
day,
want
that day I come very house to shit.
Shut up! This shit come out.
I'm like, wow, so comfortable,
Yeah. If you see value in it, go for it lah.
You like can already.
Yeah lah, you like it already lah.
Okay, I guess there are some home tours, right, that in general will gather more negative comments.
Influencers one
Yeah,
lah. Then they will
influencer
say it's all
ones.
sponsored. I also want to clarify that it's not everything is sponsored. Some is also just a discount. Some don't even have discount. Some may be sponsored, but they are asking for a lot in return. We
it's
probably have to.
complicated,
Yeah, it's very complicated. Maybe we have to do this video. We have to go an event for them.
Yeah.
We have to bring them to a podcast or whatsoever. There's a lot to pay back, and all these are actually also money and resources.
Yeah.
So there's no free lunch in the world. Okay, we don't get sponsors for nothing. Honestly speaking, if you can get sponsors, good for you. Go ahead. Some of the things that I want, right, and I cannot find sponsor, then I just buy lah. But if some of the things that I like and they are willing to sponsor, then why not? Anyone will take it. Don't come and pretend. If the chance is given to you, you will take it. I feel like you all really need to calm the down. We all are working in a different industry. We got different perks, right?
And honestly, to me, I feel like it's also not all of them are clients. So whenever there's B-rolls and supers that comes out, right? Whenever those comes out, it feels like a very hosty, very client-based, which we are trying to, balance.
Yeah.
But I think maybe they think that there's really a lot of clients.
Typically, a house tour takes about 6 months to prepare, shoot, edit, and produce. It costs a lot of resources. And where the money come from? We have to somehow make money, ma.
So
It's a
clients
business,
is natural, right?
Yeah, it's a business.
In most of our videos also, right?
Yeah,
Travelogues,
it's a business, but we try to make it as fun, as entertaining as possible. But we hope that while you enjoy watching it for free, just enjoy and support us. That's it. That's all I ask.
Okay, but having said all this, right, I think because we see a lot of comments in our home tours, and then like there are feedbacks about how we can showcase better, I guess. Yeah, so I think we also all watch your comments on, so feel free to comment. And also there are some supportive comments also.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of supportive comments.
that we appreciate.
That's the one that I live for.
But we do appreciate your comments. So please feel free to comment more.
Yes.
Like even if you have feedbacks and stuff, because we also want to showcase good houses.
Okay, I just hope that you remain respectful.
Oh yes.
That's all I ask.
Just the respect.
That's
will
all I
do.
ask.
Okay, so the next question. So what are some chaotic moments that happen during filming, right, that we don't know of?
Chaotic moment.
Actually, I have.
What, which one? Which one?
Okay, I'll be honest. Every time the host or the crew or the producers mispronounce a word or a sentence, right? Everyone freaking laugh at. Oh my god.
Then they will keep harping on it. But okay, we do that. Like our get fight, we always we will just poke fun. It's our
Actually,
thing.
most shoots but for Get ID, right, because it's more like, proper.
Yeah.
We need to properly talk about your aircon or something. I don't know.
No, but it's very funny because some of the words, right, the brand, right, wow, the name really very hard to
Damn
pronounce.
hard to pronounce.
Damn hard to pronounce.
Yeah.
That's why it's funny.
I think business 101, if you're starting a business, make sure your business name is easy to pronounce and easy to remember. If not, people very hard to recommend you one.
I love when you'll cry because Ryan, can I say?
Yeah, sure, say. I don't even know what you're gonna say.
Sometimes Ryan call like, let's say a word, right? Like grey and sandals. He said gay and sandals.
No. I always knew it's grey and sandals. It's just that time I say very fast, right? I say gay and
Then
sandals.
it sounded.
No, I just straight up say gay and sandals. No, it was accident.
For y'all, anything else?
Not so much on a shoot but during the renovation, like Lulu, the tiles got stolen.
I remember.
Halfway they do the tiles, not enough tiles because the rest got stolen.
Then need to make police report.
Yeah, they made police report and then he made a wanted sign looking for my
that's quite
tiles.
funny.
Then the whole design have to change because the tiles were late halfway. Yeah, so-
and then I heard like, is it no more stock already or something?
that is the last of its kind already. So you can't find any more already.
I think have a lot of moments, but I won't say like very chaotic. It's like, sometimes the influencers, they haven't moved in yet. Then
They still
don't
not
really
familiar.
know. Yeah, so sometimes they lock themselves out, or like they still don't know how to use the machine. All this all very funny.
Some people will think that how come I'm in their house tour when it's their house, right? It's because when the camera is not rolling, I'm telling them how to say, what to say, and a lot of these technical terms in the renovation, right? They are not familiar, so I tell them how to explain. I'm like a tuition teacher when the camera is not rolling. So a lot of sometimes I read very hurting comments like, "Why is Ryan even there? He's not even saying much."
Because he know a lot of the terms, and then we also want to share we want to give you the information and then inspire you, right?
Yeah, and I feel so misunderstood because not only did I help to get all the sponsors, find all the rare things that they want, help them say what they want to say in a very clear and correct way, I still kena scold. It's just on the day of shoot, right? I choose to let them have the limelight because it's their house. And that is also why halfway, right, I'll also leave it to them because all the spaces in like the let's say the house toilet rooms are smaller. I don't want to take out their limelight.
And smaller areas, we don't have two hosts one. We have one. Okay, so this viewer asked us, are we going to do more room tours? Because Ben's one is actually it's like a proof of concept, right? Like Ryan said.
I think moving forward in 2025, I want to do more non-celeb house. I also eventually want to do all my staff houses and rooms. If they get their BTO or what, I want to help them do. I think Ben's room was a proof of concept that a room also can. Liner house will be a proof of concept that a non-influencer also can. A more relatable one.
So more non-influencers, you can stay tuned for
Correct.
that. Okay.
So if any of you are interested to do a renovation, right, that is very unique design, okay, why not send us an email? We will help you find maybe some sponsors. Maybe we can help you find some suitable ID for you. But you really need to give us a very solid and unique design. If you say you want your house white light or have a lot of storage, then forget about it, don't email me.
But what if the person is like a scientist? I want my house to look like a lab.
Okay, then that's interesting.
You see?
Then I want to. So it's possible, So if you're going to do renovation for the next year, right, and you got a very unique concept, okay, and you want our involvement, you want us to help you find maybe some discounts, good deals, good ID, maybe even some sponsors, email us.
I got asked Ryan this question before. So basically, I saw this comment. Actually, not just one, a couple. They asked, why do you want to do budget home tours?
Very good question. Because it's limited by budget, your design is also limited. And it's going to look typical. And to be very honest, nothing worthy to talk about. When you watch a video, you want to see things that you haven't seen before or you want to learn about new things. If I do budget home, you're going to see very typical things or very dry things. And see how we show you beautiful houses and you are already brutally bashing it. Imagine I put a budget house.
Okay, they ask this question because they think that it will be a challenge for us to make it budget and nice, which is something that most Singaporean wants.
老实讲, in the world of renovation, right?
Very hard.
Very difficult. It's 一分钱一分货. I think the most budget we ever done was Ben's one.
I just want to say, if you are an ID out there and you think you can do a very good job, budget and look very, very nice,
then come and look
feel
for
free
us.
and look for us.
Yeah.
Really, really. Come
Yeah.
and I want to see that concept as well.
Okay, email.
Yeah. Email us here.
Yes.
Right here.
What's the most challenging part of planning each Get ID home tour?
I might as well be an interior designer or project manager. So a lot of the time I'm involved in the whole process of like talking to the ID, talking to the vendors, because I also need to think how it will look like in the video. Like I always say, renovation never goes perfectly. Right. Always got some things that is not perfect. I will always ask the vendors, is that how you want it to appear in your video? You are okay with it? You okay with it? I just show. There's also limitation. Some of them is they hire workers to do And then the workers just want to get the job done and go. Then it's really not good, and then the shoot is tomorrow, I cannot help you with it.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, that happens more often than you think. And then sometimes they argue. They will always ask me to say who's right, who's wrong.
Put you in the middle.
I really damn hard to do. It's like one is the talent, one is the sponsor, another is the client, then the contractor. Then I was like, I'm in the middle. And then timeline also, because all the renovations started after Chinese New Year. Everybody timeline, like we set the time, say we're gonna shoot on 18 October. Then we have to change. And I don't know how many times you change. You change so many times, I lost track already.
And then right, for timeline, like Ryan said, right, because reno will have delay, it's bound to happen. It's just how we create the timeline again and again. But then the timeline, right, it's not just like the reno timeline. It's also, it will affect our filming, our editing and
the
everything.
other, like Get Fed or whatever, it's a domino effect.
So our other series also affected. So we work together with other
producers. It's damn difficult. It's really damn difficult. 不好做. However, even when the whole renovation is so difficult to go through, the whole shooting, producing, editing, everything is so difficult. We just really want to show our audience all the beautiful inspirations you can do for your house, because we know renovation is a very expensive and tedious and long process. We also want you to make an informed decision, right? And that will actually help you save a lot of heartbreak, wastage of time and money.
So, we go through all this, right, is to inspire you guys. And then if you are not inspired, you can at least, maybe like it's relatable. Or if it's not nice, then you learn from our mistakes. Okay, this is not a challenge to me, but I feel like more people can look at our promo deck, you know what I mean? Because we craft it
honestly, the promo deck, a lot of effort is put into it. Okay, there's a lot of information there. There's info like the website, got promos, got discount. I think a lot of people should really go tap on it. And not only that, a lot of the promos can be run indefinitely, which means that even if you watch it 2 years later, some of the promos are actually still active.
Some, yes.
Yeah, some. What about your challenges when it comes to shoot for crew?
Number one enemy is reflective surfaces.
Number
one enemy.
But you see, for most content creator house, I already asked them to take note already. But I know still have someone.
No, like sure have one.
Sure have.
Like glass,
cannot be no mirror in the house. Then right, you all see those B-rolls like the door open smoothly.
Somebody is lying down there.
I tell you, if you all see the BTS, someone is lying down like that, then like opening the door, can 3, 2, 1, action. Like goes back. You all don't know.
Actually, like Avery or Titus, their hand.
I tell you, we are lying on the ground to pull the chair out slowly for you. Those are the
in the weirdest position you can imagine.
So like also for those influencers, they don't really want to show where they stay. So like must really take note. Because sometimes when we show, right, we may accidentally show the estate that they stay in.
And we also want to feature like, let's say, the windows. Something special about the windows.
How to shoot? You imagine like the client, let's say the client is solar firm. And then we have to shoot the window to show you the solar firm. How are we going to do that?
Okay, so how do homeowners narrow down to know what they actually need or want for reno?
Very simple. Wherever you're living now, right, you ask yourself, where do you spend the most time in? Then you go right down, like I spend a lot of time here, I spend a lot of time there, right? Then I will assign the bigger space at the living room. So according to your lifestyle. And I don't cater for things that haven't happened. Don't cater for things that like you want a baby room because you're going to get a kid eventually. You want a guest room because occasionally your friends come and stay. I think these are things that you should not sacrifice your space for, because space is so constrained in Singapore, right? You should fully utilize.
Okay, any contacts for partial reno carpentry services, as I want to do up my study room only.
Also, it's like Ben's room only lah.
Yes, correct.
Actually, some IDs can do that. They would not mind. To them, they have to value it as it's a quick job, then I'll do it lah. If it's like very mafan, gutted, change piping, all that, then it's too much work already.
Your ID can or not? Extrusion.
No leh. Because extrusion, they do special projects only. Yeah, they do. Because they like to do portfolio-worthy pieces.
What if the study room aesthetic?
Honestly, if it's such a small space, a little bit challenging lah. You see the challenge in Ben's room, the length of the time was almost like a full-ass reno already. Yeah, if you really want to do something special, it's easier, right? If you just do the entire house.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, last question.
Oh, finally.
Oh, yes.
This is like
Finally.
7 hours of filming. Lah.
No.
The sunset.
What are our home tour plans for 2025?
I literally share about that. I thought I told you.
But right, okay, so around how many get ID will they be able to expect next year?
Honestly,
Wow.
I don't know.
Wow, that very hard.
I'm hoping to at least push like once every 2 months. Next year, I think the only one that you will get to see is Liner. The one is confirmed.
Yes.
We also have Qiao house coming.
After Lino one.
Yeah. In the pipeline, only got these 2 currently. Hopefully, some of you that watch the video, maybe you are ID that have a portfolio piece that you want to share, or say maybe you are a homeowner that is going to renovate your house with a special design. You can come email us. Maybe we can work together. So that's all we have from our audience. All these questions.
Yes.
We hope that you continue to support our Get It series. I think it's the series that we spend a lot of resources and effort, and it is also my eventual goal to help every of my crew, my producers, my employees, when they get their own house, I really want to help them renovate their house. We are here on set with our cast enthusiasts shooting a short film, and since I got a little bit of time, I would like to talk a little bit about HomePay, because some of you have questions about how it all works. So to explain what HomePay is an app that allows homeowners to use escrow payment to pay interior designers. So the first question that I would like to address is that a lot of people ask, how does the escrow payment work? So the funds are held in a DBS custodial account, and nobody will have access to the money. So the money inside this account will only be released to the interior designers when the homeowner approves of the progressive work done. So what the ID has to do is to upload the progress of the work into the app so that the homeowners can review and release the payment accordingly. If there's a dispute between the interior designers and the homeowner, the money will still be safely kept in the DBS account. But I want to make it clear that HomePay will not help you settle the problems between the ID and yourself. Nobody will. So the parties have to settle the conflicts themselves, but the money will be safely kept in the account. In the event that the ID cannot continue the work, we will be able to find you another ID to complete the rest of the work with the funds that is stored inside the custodian account. Just to be clear, HomePay will not be involved in the mediation of the conflict, but they will help you secure the funds. And did you know that every project is covered by HomeProtect? So I highly recommend you to use HomePay if you want to have an ease of mind when you are doing your renovation. So if you didn't win yourself a Tesla Model 3 this year, next year we are giving a Tesla Model Y. So be sure to use HomePay and EasyID to stand a chance to win a brand new car. And as always, remember to follow all our socials. Click here for more, click here to what, and cut to the bloopers.
You need to check very detailedly. And then I realized like a tip to check properly is like maybe your eyes like just use lesser eye and eye strength. Wait.
If this happened to make the cut, I have no idea what she said.
I also.
Use less eye for your eye.